Hello, Alan Lott here. Hey, let's take a moment and talk about age limits and cooling off periods. First of all, let's define those terms. As they pertain to weapons purchasing or gun purchases across the United States, generally speaking, when you're talking about a waiting period or a cooling off period, it's referring to the same thing. That's the waiting period from the time you purchase the firearm, do all the paperwork that's needed, and then you wait for delivery. Now, that can vary between states, and it can also vary depending on the type of gun. In California, it's a flat-out 10-day wait. You have a 10-day waiting period. You buy the gun, you wait 10 days, you come back and pick it up. That is what they call the cooling off period. Some states are 3 days, some states are depending on the actual firearm. But in California, it's a 10-day waiting period. Now, the reason why I bring up this is because when a catastrophic event happens anywhere in the United States, typically the loudest voice comes from California because basically Californians don't really know the laws that pertain to guns and purchasing of guns and ownership of guns in the state. And so I just want to add some quick clarification. Waiting period is 10 days. The second thing is age limits. Age limits to buy a gun in California is 21 years old. It's been that way for a long time. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. I believe it was back in 2000 in the teens, 2014, 15, something like that. Everything changed. It used to be a different age limit for one type of gun, and then they changed it to a carte blanche. The general rule in California is you have to be 21 years old to buy any guns. A pistol, a rifle, a shotgun, a strip loader, or ammunition. All across the board, it's 21 years old. There are two exceptions to the long gun law. Only two exceptions. Active duty military station in California on PCS orders. You'll know what that means if you have those. And you're 18 years old and you possess a valid hunting license in California, then you can buy and there are those two different exceptions. You can buy a hunting rifle or a hunting shotgun. Everything else is still off limits until you're 21. So, cooling off period or waiting period is a period between the time you purchase the gun to the time you take delivery of that gun, and it varies between states. In California, it's a carte blanche 10-day waiting period. And the age limit can vary depending on the state, and it can also vary depending on the type of firearm. In California, it's carte blanche across the board, 21 years old, with the two exceptions for the hunting rifles. That's it. That is it. So if you see this video and you're from a different state, how about chirping up and putting it in the DMs or the comments what the waiting period is in your state and the age limit, because people ask me that all the time, and be honest with you, I don't know what all states require. So help me out. Alan Lott out.